You may be seated. One thing that was sure, Harlan loved his family so much. And Vonda and his children and their spouses and his 6 grandchildren and his siblings, in spending time with Harlan, would always find out about them. I'd see those pictures. I'd do all those things with him. And we're going to be blessed right now to have 2 testimonies from his family. The first will be his son, Steve, and the second, his son-in-law, Dave. Wait. And so, Steve, you come and share your heart, and then when he finishes, Dave will come. And then we'll have a DVD memorial.
I actually wanted to go first because I don't know if I can make it later, so thank you. I just love that song. I will rise when he calls my name. No more suffering. No more pain. I love that song because I remember worshiping with my father. And there was a song very similar to that. And after the song, he was in so much back pain, he turned to me and he said, "I can't wait for that day. I cannot wait." Well, I'm happy to report to you that this day, there's no pain for my father. I want to thank you for coming to this retirement celebration. You might ask, why is this a retirement celebration? Well, a few years ago, I formulated a vision in my mind that grew into an intent to throw a surprise retirement party for my dad. You see, my father was forced to retire from full-time ministry due to his intense back pain. It was a sudden and unscheduled retirement without your traditional fanfare. So I thought, one of these years when they're coming back from Coeur d'Alene, from one of their summer visits with my sister, I would bring them into a venue similar to this and have a surprise retirement party for him. It was my way of trying to honor him. Well, a few days before my father's passing, I was struggling with the Lord. I was praying to him, Lord, why didn't I have that opportunity? Why didn't I do what I wanted to do for my father, who I love so much? And the Lord told me in that prayer, he said, "He never retired. What are you thinking?" So today is his retirement party. He retired finally on May 27th, around 3:30 in the morning. And you see, Harlan tirelessly served the Lord until that day. Harlan's proclaimed purpose in life was, "I live to honor Christ by knowing him more every day, by sharing with others what he did for me, enjoying life with those he has adopted into his family, and helping them know him more." Harlan served God wherever he was, in whatever condition that he was in. In this retirement celebration, you will hear more about how his service to the Lord was effective. But let me tell you a little bit about how my dad impacted me. Just like his life purpose statement, Harlan taught me how to love and serve the Lord. It's really that simple. You see, if you love and serve the Lord, the product of so much more comes along with it. Because Harlan taught me how to love and serve the Lord, I learned how to be a man, and not just a man who can handle the challenges of this world, but a man who loves and serves God. My dad taught me how to love the woman in my life, and my wife, Kathy. He taught me how to treat and respect her. My father taught me how to be a father myself, how to love and nourish my children. And he also taught me how to grow in relationship to all of these things. You may ask, how did he do these things? How did he teach me? He didn't assign a book to read, other than the Bible. He did assign that. He didn't sit down with me and give me special instruction. It wasn't through formal schooling that Harlan taught me these things. He taught me these things by showing me how to do them his very self. He lived it. I saw him grow in all these areas. There are so many ways that I can tell you how he grew, but we'd be here all night. So I can tell you this. His love for the Lord was more the day that he passed than ever before. His love for his wife, Vonda, was more the day he passed than ever before. His love for me and my family, his love, he loved more the day that he passed than ever before. And his love for the lost and love for others was more the day he passed than ever before. Let me share one story that I love to tell people about my dad, about one of his employees. See, this employee only worked for him for a couple years. And then he went on, and we'll call his name Joe. I don't remember his name. So Joe moved away, and Harlan and Joe lost contact with each other. But several years passed later that Joe called up Harlan and said, Harlan, I've got an opportunity, a career opportunity I wanted to present to you. I want you to consider with me. So he drives up from San Antonio, and after having some coffee and catching up on times, Harlan looked him in the eye and he said, Joe, you didn't come all the way up to San Antonio to talk to me about this opportunity. This is a great opportunity. What did you really come up here to talk to me about? And Joe responded back to Harlan. He said, Harlan, I want what you have. You have a peace. You have a hope. You have a purpose in life, and I want that. So that night, Harlan led him to know the life-saving reality of Jesus Christ. See, what that tells me is that Joe knew who to call. He knew who would have the answer in his life. He knew because he saw in what Harlan's life, he lived it out. And also he knew that Harlan would accept that phone call, and Harlan would do what it takes to meet with him. There's no doubt in my mind that when Harlan officially retired from this world last Sunday, he was told by his Lord and Savior, well done, my good and faithful servant. This night we will celebrate Harlan's retirement. This night perhaps will not go without tears or sorrow. The tears and sorrow are a testimony of how effective Harlan was in fulfilling his proclaimed purpose. I thank God for my father, and I thank you for coming to celebrate his retirement.